All right, so all this information here is just about the video. They are from Colombia. Colombia is right here in South America. So if you were to drive from Memphis all the way down to South America, Colombia is going to be the first country that you get to when you get into South America. Pretty fun. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move along. So this so I had struggles with this video earlier, and I clicked teacher plays, but then people said that they couldn't hear it. So let me know if you can or cannot hear it, because we're going to answer two questions about this video at the end, okay? They're not, like, I just want you to watch it with your eyeballs and listen to it with your ears. I'm not asking you to understand anything. I'm not asking you to retain anything. I'm just going to ask if you like it, all right? So hopefully it will play on your end and you guys can hear it. We'll see. All right, here is this little video here. was your video for the day. I'm going to ask you 2 questions about it. Okay. Question number 1. ¿Te gusta la música? Remember, te gusta means do you like? And la música, the music. So I'm not asking you to comment about the video or anything like that, just the music. ¿Te gusta la música? Did you like the music? Make sure you're answering me in a full sentence in Spanish. ¿Te gusta la música? Go ahead and type your answer for me. Guys, this is where I need an answer. I'm recording this, so if you guys could type something, that would be great. Sí, me gusta la música. Excelente! Great, thank you. Me gusta la música. Good. This second answer here, make sure it's M-E, not M-I. Maybe you're like, me gusta un poco. I like it a little bit. Sí, me gusta la música. Excelente. Sí, me gusta la música. Excelente. Nice job. Thank you. Wow, everyone actually likes it? Okay. Y'all are just being nice, I think. Some people will be like, no. No me gusta la música. All right. Fabulous. Oh my gosh, everyone participated. Thanks, guys. Okay. Moving on. So the next one here, similar question. ¿Te gusta el video? ¿Te gusta? So do you like el video? Do you like the video? So like the actual cinematography and the dancing and the views and everything that you saw with your eyeballs. Did you like it? Sí, me gusta el video. Excelente. Sí, me gusta el video. Sí, me gusta el video. Nice. I think y'all are just being nice. Sí, me gusta el video. Sí, me gusta el video. Excelente. No me gusta el video. Thank you for your honesty. Sí, me gusta el video. Bien. Good. So I am wondering, just like out of curiosity, this one here, this last one, the E is capitalized. I'm wondering if that was like an autocorrect from like a phone keyboard.
My bad.
No, I'm not mad at it. I ain't mad at it. No. I'm just wondering, like, did it do that by accident, or was that like a slip of, I don't know. I don't know if you...
But I was typing too fast.
Oh.
And that's one.
Okay. Thanks. All right. So, moving on into the realness. All right. Here is your performance-based objective for today. Hoy es el 4 de marzo 2021. So today is the 4th of March 2021. The student will be able to reflect on their own paragraph that told someone about their entertainment preferences, what they like to read, listen to, and watch, in order to improve their writing based on the district's proficiency continuum. So since this is your PBO, what I want you to do is I want you to take about 2 minutes to highlight or underline any words or phrases that you would like more information about. All right? And I have blurred everyone's names, so that way I'm not seeing anyone's names at all. We're just going to look at it blankly today. Good. Those words, proficiency continuum, that's what I kind of thought people would have questions about. Okay. Oh, okay. This person's underlining the whole thing. Preferences. Okay, okay, okay. Good, good, good. Okay, about 30 seconds to finish up. It's totally fine if you want to underline lots of things. That's great, because then we can talk a little bit more about what everything is. All right. So it looks like people underlined proficiency continuum. This is the one I want to share. All right. So again, there are no names here, so we're not looking at whose it is. But you need to go get clothes on. But this person underlined preferences. Preferences are just the things that you like. So, if I were to say, like, which do you prefer, Burger King or McDonald's? Whatever you choose, that is your preference. Okay, so preference comes from the verb for to prefer, and it's just a noun, what you like. All right. So, I guess we could have said the student would be able to reflect on their own paragraph that told someone about their entertainment likes, right? But the district uses preferences because we fancy. All right. Let's see. Other things that other classes would have underlined would have been reflect. Reflect is just to think about. You know, if you look into a mirror, that's your reflection. So you're just thinking about it, looking at it, going over it again. Paragraph was a bunch of sentences. Preferences, things you like. And then proficiency continuum. Those two words are words that everyone probably should have underlined. Proficiency is how good you are at something. Okay, if you are proficient at riding a bike, that's you're being proficient. You're good at it, right? Maybe you are kind of proficient at driving. Okay, you have to be proficient. You have to be good at something, or like you get good at something in a way. So that's what proficiency is. And then continuum, which this person didn't underline, but others did. This one here says proficiency continuum, right? Continuum has the word continue in it. Continue is a verb. It means to like go on. And that ending makes continue a noun. So continue is a verb. It's something you do. Continuum is a noun. So the proficiency continuum is the fancy word for how good you are at moving along in your language. All right. So we've talked about the proficiency continuum before. We have talked about it as tacos. Remember, we said very simply we can talk about tacos as beef, lettuce, cheese, yum, right? And then the more that you can use to describe tacos, the more proficient you are in your language. So we've talked about it before. It's just sometimes those words can get a little bit tricky. Okay. So let's look at our proficiency continuum from the district. All right. This is what it is here. Now, normally when we start reading something, we start from the top and work our way down. But with this proficiency continuum, we're starting at the bottom and working our way up. Because in order to get better at something, you have to start at the bottom and add a little bit more, and then add a little bit more, and then add a little bit more, right? In the classroom, I have this big poster, and it's like an inverted pyramid, so it's like an upside down triangle, right? So at the bottom, way down here, where the bottoms of my hands are touching, that is like, right now, you know very, very little. You know how to say, I like rap music, I like Christian music, I don't like country music, I don't like horror movies, right? You know very, very simple things, right? As you move up in your language, you get more information, and so your triangle is kind of getting bigger throughout the entire process. So that's why when we read this proficiency continuum, we're starting at the bottom. So novice low here says, I use only isolated single word answers in Spanish. I may revert to English to respond. And the goal over on the right-hand side says, turn your words into more by using them with sentence frames. Now, I have given you lots of sentence frames to help you build up your language. Hold on one second. Okay. So, in order to... Hold on one second again. All right. So, at novice low, this is what we have here. Novice mid says, I use lists of topic-specific words or phrases. I may use a sentence if it was taught as a chunk, like my name is, or I like, I like, I like, I don't like, I don't like, I don't like. Or it says, I may revert to English when I do not know the word or phrase. Yes. The goal over on the right-hand side says, focus on forming complete sentences. Okay. Now, the catch with this here is that you have to hit all of the boxes in a category, in a level, in order to move on. So, that's going to be where things kind of get a little bit tricky. Okay. And it can be a little bit confusing. All right. Novice high says, I use a combination of sentences, phrases, and sentence fragments related to the topic and task. So phrases and sentence fragments are not complete sentences. Just because a period is there doesn't mean that it's a complete sentence, right? I can, excuse me just a second. Okay. So just because there's a period doesn't mean it's a full sentence. So careful with that. Novice high also says, I may combine memorized chunks of language with simple transition words. Now, your simple transition words can be things like and, but, because. Those are very simple transition words. So your English teacher wouldn't consider those transition words, but in the realm of language learning, they are. The goal over on the right-hand side says, work on building your lists and fragments into sentences. Build memorized simple sentences into complex sentences by using transition words. Now, your English teacher would use the word complex sentence, but she would use, or he would use connector words instead of transition words. Okay? Intermediate 1 has a target here, and this is where you're supposed to be trying to aim. Now, just because you're aiming there doesn't mean you always make it. Think about basketball. Your goal is to get the ball into the hoop, but just because you shoot it doesn't mean you always make your shot, but you're trying, okay? So that's what we're trying to do. It doesn't matter if you're there right now. We're working on getting there. The more shots you shoot, the closer you're going to get to the basket, in theory, right? The more you practice in theory, the better you're going to get. So that's what we're trying to do here. So intermediate 1 says, I use discrete, simple sentences all the time. We can just take this word discrete out. I use simple sentences all the time, meaning you don't have any phrases or any fragments at all. Every single sentence you wrote has a subject and a verb, and it's perfect. You're not going to do that every time. That's okay. The next one says, I use very few transitional words, and, but, because. Okay. The last bullet says, I ask and answer simple questions about myself. So that one here is probably where everyone's going to be like, nope. If you cannot check that box, then you are in the level below. That's just what it is. And that is okay, all right? This proficiency continuum is not a grade. This is just working you to get better, showing you how you can get better. The goal on the right-hand side says work on stringing sentences together. Be sure to ask questions. Add more detail to your sentences by using words such as because to lengthen simple sentences. And that is why I included in your list of things you needed to do. That's why I said you need to add the word because, right? Look, I'm trying to help you to push you up on this proficiency continuum. All right, so to recap, novice low, using English mostly. Novice mid is lists, memorized chunks, and maybe some English. Novice high, some sentences, some fragments, memorized chunks. Intermediate 1, sentences all the time, and you ask a question. All right? So, we're going to put that into practice. So we're going to look at 4 or 5 paragraphs, and we're going to see where that falls on the proficiency continuum. So this is Bobby. This says, Soy Bobby. Voy a Raleigh Egypt High School. Estoy en 10º grado. Me gusta horror movies. No me gusta romance movies. Me gusta comics. No me gusta books. Me gusta rap music. No me gusta Cristiana music. All right. So just to be clear, the words Raleigh Egypt High School, that doesn't count as being in English because it is a name. Okay? So names of places or people or things, proper nouns don't count as in English, to be clear. All right? So look at this paragraph again. Soy Bobby, voy a Raleigh, Egypt. Estoy en 10º grado. Me gusta horror movies. No me gusta romance movies. Me gusta comics. No me gusta books. Me gusta rap music. No me gusta Cristiana music. Think about it for a second. Where do you think that falls on the proficiency continuum? Give it a second. If you were to grade Bobby based on this, where would Bobby fall? Nay. All right, I'm going to give you 1 minute to answer this, okay? Tell me what you think. Click. Is it novice low, novice mid, novice high, or intermediate 1? All right, about 30 seconds left to answer. All right. Why can I not see anyone's answers? All right. So, okay, if I click here, novice low, it was not novice low because it says isolated single word answers. This person used more than single words, right? But they used a sentence chunk. He said me gusta, me gusta, me gusta, no me gusta, no me gusta, no me gusta. And then he used English. All right. So novice mid is what that one would be. Now, it's okay. Great. He wrote some stuff, okay? He wrote some stuff. Awesome. He wrote, he used some words in Spanish. Great. Okay? It's okay that it's not perfect. I'm not expecting perfection. I'm expecting an attempt. All right? Let's look at another one here. This one says, Soy Rowan. Voy a Raleigh Egypt High School. Estoy en 10º grado. Me gusta mirar películas de aventura porque interesante. No me gusta mirar películas de animación. Mi favorito es Cocomelon. Me gusta mucho escuchar a música latina. No música hip hop porque estúpida. Shakira es mi favorita. Gusta leer tira cómicas. No libros porque aburrido. Lightning Thief, mi favorito. I need you to know who is it from. Can you write your name? So, thinking about this one, where do you think this one falls on that proficiency continuum? Okay, couple of things to note here. Raleigh Egypt High School, Cocomelon, Shakira, Lightning Thief, those don't count as being in English because those are all proper nouns. Okay, so keep that in your head while you're looking at that. All right, so where does Rowan fall on this proficiency continuum? What do you think? I'm going to give you 1 minute to grade that one. Grade it, okay? One minute. Tell me, what do you think? About 10 seconds left. All right, looks like lots of people are getting this right here. Bless you. All right, so this one here is Novice High. Now, the reason that this one is Novice High is because there were lots of sentence fragments in there, right? There weren't always full sentences. The Rowan said, Me gusta mirar películas de aventura porque interesante. I like to watch adventure movies because interesting. Now, as the teacher, I know what the person is trying to say. I know that Rowan is trying to say because, like, the adventure movies are interesting. I know that. But they missed a word. So according to the proficiency continuum, looking at that is a sentence fragment. Okay? And so they tick this box here, this sentence fragment box. And that says, I may combine memorized chunks with simple transition words. He said, me gusta. So that's the memorized chunk, right? And then he used porque. That's the simple transition word. So he ticks all of these boxes in the Novice High, right? He wouldn't go up to Intermediate 1 because he doesn't use sentences all the time, right? So if you can't tick that first box, then you're knocked one down. And that's okay. Wherever you're at is fine. This is not a judgment. This is just saying, like, looking at it and figuring out how you can get better. All right, this is not meant as a negative thing at all. All right, let's look at another one here. This one here says, Soy Mariana. Voy a Raleigh Egypt High School. Estoy en 10º grado. Have you noticed that they're all starting the exact same? Me gusta mirar películas de comedia porque son cómicas. No me gusta mirar películas de horror. Mi favorito de mirar es Looper. Me gusta leer libros de ficción porque son interesantes. No me gusta leer periódicos. Mi favorito para leer es Harry Potter. Me gusta escuchar música cristiana. No me gusta escuchar música rap porque es tonta. Me gusta mucho escuchar a Jon Bellion. ¿Te gusta escuchar a música cristiana o Jon Bellion? So thinking about Mariana's writing sample here, what do you think? Where is this one gonna fall? Okay, so for this one here, personally, I think there could be two answers. You just have to pick one. All right? So take a minute and think about where that one's gonna fall. You can click on that proficiency continuum thing again. You have about 10 seconds left. All right. Oof. Oof. It doesn't look like anyone got that correct. Ooh, big ol' yikes on that one. All right. So this one here could have been Novice High, and it also could have been Intermediate 1. The reason for that, so starting at the bottom, there was no English, right? The words Raleigh, Egypt, Looper, Jon Bellion, those don't count. Those are all proper nouns. Those don't count. So there was no English. It says I only used single word answers. No way. This person definitely used sentences. There's no English again, so it wouldn't be this one. There are lots of memorized chunks, but it's not just lists, right? They used sentences. So looking at Novice High, they used sentences and they combined memorized chunks. They said porque in there a couple of times. So it ticks all of the boxes in Novice High. So that's good. It could tick all the boxes in Intermediate 1. They used simple sentences. They had a few transition words. And there was a question in there. The only reason that I would consider this to potentially be Novice High is because they said, me gusta, no me gusta. Me gusta, no me gusta. Right? So that was just that memorized chunk. There was no variety in there. So it could be Intermediate 1 or Novice High for this writing sample. We have two more. Let's look at this one. This one says, Soy Miguel. Voy a REHS, Raleigh, Egypt. Estoy en 10º grado. Me gusta mucho mirar programas. No prefiero mirar películas de romance porque son aburridas. Me gusta leer libros de ficción porque son interesantes. Pero no prefiero leer revistas. ¿Qué te gusta escuchar? Yo no prefiero escuchar música cristiana, sino que me gusta escuchar música rock porque es creativo. So REHS here does not count as an English word because it's not. It's a proper noun. All right? So looking at this whole thing, where does Miguel fall on this proficiency continuum? Whoa. Right? What do you think? Okay. Here's your little mini quiz. All right? Tell me what you think on this one. Thank you, Nene. Lots of non-participants here. Guys, come on. All right. This one here, this definitely would have been intermediate 1. Looking at the proficiency continuum, if you guys just click on that for me, there's no English, so it's not novice low. There's no English again, so it's not novice mid. Novice high, that second checkbox says memorized chunks. This person used me gusta, prefiero. Like, even though those were simple, it's varied, right? There's some variety in there. So it's definitely intermediate 1. They use simple sentences the whole time. There were some transition words in there. There was sino que, but rather. There was porque, because. There was pero, but, right? They had all of those things. And they asked a question. So that one was definitely intermediate 1. All right, here's the last example I want you guys to look at here. Okay? This one is from Dre. Now, Dre says, Mi nombre es Dre. Voy a la escuela secundaria Raleigh, Egypt. Estoy en 10º grado. Me gusta ver programas como Dragon Ball Z porque es genial. Realmente no me gusta ver comedias románticas. Mi favorito es AOT. Realmente no me gusta leer libros porque son súper aburridos. No me gusta leer nada, pero supongo que me gusta leer cómics porque son un poco divertidos. Mi cosa favorito para leer es Garfield. Amo el rap porque es apretado. Odio la música country porque siempre gimotea. Mi favorito es Lil Durk. So looking at this one here, I'm wondering if you guys will notice anything about this paragraph in specific. Here's a hint. This person didn't write it. Google Translate did. And the reason I know, well, number 1, I did it, duh. But I haven't taught you words like realmente. I haven't taught you supongo. I haven't taught you love, amo. I haven't taught you apretado, odio, siempre, gimotea. I haven't taught you any of those words. I know what I've taught you, and I know what you should know. Now, if a native speaker had written this, okay, I understand. But that's not the case. All right. So, technically, as a technicality, where does this fall on that proficiency continuum? Okay. So, looking at this proficiency continuum, where does it fall? All right. Just 1 minute. Answer that one for me. About 10 seconds left to answer for me. All right, so that one, what I expected people to click was E, not applicable, because we knew that it was translated, right? But technically, it would be novice high. Now, the reason that it would be novice high is they didn't ask any questions, so that we can't get to intermediate 1. But they used sentence fragments, and or sentences rather, and there were some simple transition words in there. But we can't go up to intermediate 1 because they didn't ask any questions about anything. All right, so now I realize that you only have 2 minutes left in class, but your homework, which you guys know that I try not to give homework for, is in the assignments section in class. So click on assignments, and it is called Reflection Entertainment Writing. And I added a Word document because I couldn't get my notebook to work today. So click on that, and it just asks you to reflect on your writing assignment from yesterday. So the first step is to paste your paragraph into that Word document so you can look at it again. And then answer the questions. Did I follow all the directions in the original writing prompt? And where do I fall on the proficiency continuum? And cite specific evidence. So tell me why you feel like you are where you are on that proficiency continuum. You're writing your reflection in English, all right? So you're going to do it in English, so that way there's no problems. It's like 3 sentences. That's pretty much it, all right? So that is it for the day. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you all.